Okay, so I scored all 3 of these pieces, a dresser and 2 nightstands, for just $100. This dresser, it was left over from an estate sale. Nobody bought it and they basically needed it moved quick. So yeah, I totally saw potential and I wanted to give this thing a second chance. It looks a little tired, it looks a little sad, it's very dated, but there's definitely potential here. And today I'm going to show you how I gave this forgotten piece a high-end makeover with just around $40. We're going to fake some luxury on a budget, and trust me, you do not need a designer price tag to get a designer looking finish. Let's go. This dresser has really great bones. Inside both of these cabinets are 3 huge drawers. So this is definitely a dresser, although it could be used as a buffet. It's probably going to sell as a dresser, honestly. So everything's in pretty good shape. There's not major damage to this thing, but it's really dirty. I don't see anything that's going to need to be replaced or really fixed on here. And I am going to keep this original hardware. So even though I will take it off to get it nice and cleaned, look at this. 3 more big drawers on this side. Really what we're doing today is just giving this thing a really great makeover, bringing this up to being trendy again. It's got these really beautiful cutouts on the front that I think we have a lot to work with here. So let's get this thing cleaned. Time for the simple green. I'm going to use some simple green to clean this because it's a really great degreaser. I've got a big bucket of hot water and some rags to get off all the dirt, grease, and grime. And the thing that I really love about the simple green is that it takes off all that old furniture polish. Furniture polish and a new finish do not mix well. So you've got to get all of that off so you have a clean surface to start with. So that's what we need to do. Okay, the hardware on these is really cool. I think it fits the piece really well. So we're not going to get rid of these, but they do need to come off because they need to be cleaned. They're really just dingy and dated and they need a bit of a refresh. So we're going to get these off here, but I'm not going to toss them. We're definitely going to put these back on. For this flip, it's gonna be much easier for me to do this with the doors off of here. So I'm gonna get these doors removed. We're gonna set these to the side and then we'll take all the drawers out, see if there's any money lurking inside, and then we'll keep going. Oh, that's fun. I still don't see a year on here, but at least we know where it came from. All right, my internet sleuth, what year do you think this dresser is from? I'm gonna get the finish removed off of the top of this. I like to use something called QCS strip well. It just takes all of this finish off in no time, and it does it without using like really strong chemicals. It's eco-friendly. I don't have to worry about wearing a ton of PPE when I use this product. I've linked this down below if you're interested. It is one of the fastest ways I've found to remove finish on top. So we're gonna use that for the top of this. Okay, pause for a sec. I'm getting ready for a girls' trip to Nashville, and let's just say my suitcase needs to fill up fast. All I have is garage clothes, so today's video is sponsored by Halara, and they have basically taken over my packing list. I need outfits that are gonna be able to keep up with all these fun activities that we have planned, so let's see if Halara can help me get girls' trip ready. The first thing I'm trying is the Halara Flex high-waisted baggy jeans. I am going line dancing the first night, and these have got to move with me. So I'm so excited to try these. I've seen them all over TikTok. First up, the fabric. It's soft inside and out. It's stretchy in all of the right ways. It even has pockets. There's no weird pulling or bulging. Oh yeah, I can dance in these. These are gonna be perfect. I also tried Halara's wide leg flowy waffle casual jumpsuit. All the pieces I picked from Halara are pieces that have great movement. I know they're gonna move with me in my busy schedule. These are totally pieces I'd wear from work, at home, running errands, even for travel. And the best part is they come in just a ton of colors. I love how I can style this from day to night. So during the day when we're doing the trolley, I'm gonna wear my sandals, and then at night when we're going out, I'm gonna put on my favorite heels. And this outfit is definitely gonna be a 2-in-1, one last thing I've gotta pack. Halara offers sizes from extra small to 4X. I usually wear a medium. I ordered everything in a medium and found all of my picks to be true to size. One of the many things I love about Halara is that every second Sunday they do something called the Halara Circle, where you get to try upcoming designs for free, and then you provide your feedback, and it helps shape the future of their collection. So it's not just a try on, it's actually a chance to get to co-create. These have shorts underneath. Perfect. They're perfect. So if you catch me on my girls' trip this weekend, just know that every outfit in my suitcase is Halara, because I need clothes that can move with me, feel amazing, and still look perfect put together, no matter what is on my schedule. All the items I've ordered are listed below, and these are Halara's viral high-waisted work pants. They are so comfy, 5-way stretch. And I really love that they actually don't have a zipper. You don't need one because these stretch so far. And they also have these wide legs on the bottom. Again, super stretchy. These are like ultimate comfort. Be sure to use my code LEMON15 for 15% off all full price items, and drop a comment below telling me which piece that you would love to try from Halara. Thanks, Halara. You have really hooked my girls' trip up. Can't wait to show off all these fun new pieces. Check out my link below. Be sure to use my coupon code, and I want to know what you guys are going to try. Okay, so while that does its thing, I'm gonna grab my acetone and we're gonna get the finish off of these detailed doors here. The reason I'm not using the QCS is that acetone will work in all these nooks and crevices really quickly and really well. So for the doors, we're gonna use acetone instead of the QCS to get this finish off. This is how I know it's ready. got done with one of the hardest Peloton classes I've ever taken in my whole life, and since I am already gross and sweaty, let's finish stripping this thing. So I let the QCS sit on here for about an hour, and now it is ready for me to remove it with the scraper here. Hopefully this just, yeah, there we go, starts to just scrape right off. That's perfect. That went according to plan. So when I have huge projects like this one, I don't try to do everything in 1 or 2 days. I usually will give myself like a week and a half to get through a big project. The one I flipped 2 weeks ago, that was the two-tone one, I gave myself 2 weeks to work on that. I'm giving myself 2 weeks to work on this one before you're gonna see it air, so that I have plenty of stops in between, because all of these steps kind of take a long time, and it's hot out here, so I don't want to be out here forever. So give yourself a little grace if you're working on a large project like this. And I just kind of give myself a 2-week goal to have this done, and usually I can tackle it in that time. I sanded everything down with a 180 grit sanding pad, and then moved up to a 220 grit and went over everything again so it's nice and smooth. And now that everything is sanded completely, I'm gonna take some mineral spirits and just wipe it all down and make sure I have all of my sanding dust off before I can move to the next step. I thought long and hard about what stain I was gonna use on this, but after a few test runs, I decided that I was gonna go with something I've been using a lot lately this spring and summer, and that is this Minwax Wood Finish. It is a water-based product. You can tell I've been using it a lot. It's just coated in it, and this is in the color Rustic Oak, and I have this mixed up for me at Lowe's. This comes in like 100, 150 different colors, so you can get a whole bunch of different shades. But truthfully, it looks a lot like paint on the inside, and I don't want this to look like paint. So what I've done is taken an old jar and filled it about 50% of this stain and 50% water, and just watered this down a whole lot. I'm gonna put this into my Wagner sprayer, and we're gonna spray this on. Yikes! I'm choosing to use my paint sprayer to apply the paint wash instead of using a brush because it's 90 degrees today in Texas. So as soon as I hit that with a brush, it's gonna start drying right away. And then I find that either it turns out like smeary or there's like an obvious line of demarcation when I wipe it back. So I'm hoping by using the sprayer, I can get everything on at once and then wipe it back, and I won't have as many like smudges and smears. If you live in a climate that is not this hot, or you're doing this any other time besides the summer, you can just use a paintbrush. I'm gonna use a paintbrush when I do the drawers, but on the body, we're gonna try doing it this way. I scrubbed up the hardware. I did a little vinegar bath on them and then scrubbed them with some Brasso and some light steel wool to see if I could get these back to the original color. They're still pretty tarnished and not exactly how I want them to look. So I'm gonna take some warm gold spray paint and see if I can just fix these up a little more, get them closer to the color that I'm hoping for. Let's get this put back together. And there you have it, you guys. Proof that you don't need a big budget to create a high-end look. This flip came in for under $40. I actually didn't end up buying anything for this, but I was thinking of you guys in mind if I had to go pick up all those small things like the acetone and the stain that I use and a little bit of spray paint. So if you were to buy those things all at once, you'd come in around $40 total. The most expensive thing on this flip is gonna be my labor and the time that I put into the process. But the end result looks like something you would find in a designer showroom. I had a lot of stop and goes with this one, really just due to my Texas weather. It is getting hot. We are close to 100 degrees every day, but if I could have worked straight through that heat, this really only would have taken me about 2 to 3 days max with the dry time in between. I'm going to list this one on Facebook Marketplace for around $1,200. You tell me what you think this would sell for in your area. I really would love to know. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe if you're into affordable transformations, and drop a comment letting me know what piece you want to see me flip next or what budget challenge you'd like to see me tackle. And remember, it's not about how much you spend, it's about how you creatively bring it back to life. I'll see you guys next time.